Hello, my name is Stephen Murray, and this is The Knoll, an online gathering place for the people of Oak Knoll Lutheran Church and a place to share our community stories. This week on The Knoll, we have an extra episode. Pastor Jay recently got back from his sabbatical, and he took a few minutes to sit down with me and tell me a story about some of his travels. He was very happy to share a story about joy.
This past spring, I was blessed to have a sabbatical here at Oak Knoll, and during that time, I had some freedom and flexibility to make some plans on how I wanted to use that time, and one of the things I wanted to do was to go to Montana to see my son Sam, who was working at a camp called Christicon, which many of our youth attend. In addition to that, I wanted to add some time at Yellowstone National Park, which is one of my favorite places to go in all the world. I just find it to be a fascinating geography, and the fact that it's been changing over hundreds of thousands of years and that it sits on top of a volcano, that is just such a unique place in our globe, and that it's relatively close to travel to makes it a very exciting place for me to go and to explore nature, to spend time hiking, to see the calderas, the steam and mud pots, and the geysers and all that. One of the places I wanted to go spend time at was not out in nature, but it was the Old Faithful Inn. And the Old Faithful Inn is this amazing structure. It was built over a 1-year period, I think 1903 to 1904, by 40 carpenters. And when you get there, I'm in awe of the fact that this was built by such a small amount of people, 40 folks. And when you are on the outside, it just is so majestic looking. They've even come up with a way to describe it as parkitecture, as a new form of architecture. And so all the lodges built since then have been built in that same style. When you walk in, you just are filled with awe as you look up into the lobby, which is 75 feet high, and it has 2 levels of seating that surround the lobby. And when you look up, there are chairs that are from the original period in which it was built. The lighting, it's all original from that 1903, 1904 period. And it is stunning looking at all the logs, which are lodgepole pines. So there's all this symmetry that is striking and all the lines that are straight. But then also along the second and third level, there are these trees that have turns and bends in them that they've used to decorate each of the railings. When you walk in, you're just struck by the beauty of nature and how human hands have crafted these lodgepole pines into this organic, beautiful, striking architectural wonder. And when you walk in, your jaw drops. You're just filled with awe. Well, one afternoon I decided I'm just going to sit up here and read and write and reflect. So I was sitting on the second level, and one thing that I was not prepared for was the inflow of people that were coming in the entrance. So every few seconds, really, but I wasn't watching consistently, but every few minutes I would look down, and there'd be a constant flow of people walking into the lobby. All of a sudden, you could see their heads look up and all around, and their jaws too would drop. And the sense of awe was so visible on each and every face. It really struck me. And what a blessing it was that I was unprepared for, because I was there to do some reading and do some reflecting. And here I was, became a spectator to all these people having this brand new experience of seeing the Old Faithful Inn Lodge for the first time, and looking up and around and being caught up in what I had been caught up in the first time that I saw this amazing structure, and filled with wonder and joy. Beautifully, I got to experience joy by watching them. And so this infusion of joy that they were experiencing, I got to participate in just by simply being present and open. I wasn't planning on that being my afternoon, but it became this beautiful gift and blessing. And it led me to reflect on how wonderful it is to have and create open space to take delight in the joy of others. I reflected afterward how maybe we have a lot of grievance culture going on right now, where people even take delight in the downfall of others. And I think that's that negative temptation that we have as people. I was reminded, and am sharing this with you, is an invitation to stop and pause and take delight and joy in what others are experiencing. Joy is one of the fruits of the Spirit. It's part of our mission statement to grow the fruits of the kingdom. Joy is one of those fruits. And this experience for me was a reminder to stop, pause, and be surprised by joy, and let other people's joy be cast and shined upon me.
The Knoll is a production of Oak Knoll Lutheran Church in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Pastor J. Rudy, Senior Pastor. Music performed by Matt Serrar and produced by me, Stephen Murray. If you would like to learn more about Oak Knoll Lutheran Church, please visit us on the web at oklutheran.org or check out the live stream of our Sunday worship on YouTube every week at 9:30 Central. If you would like to share your story as part of the Knoll podcast, you can find information on how to get involved on our website. Thanks for listening, and God bless.